Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you for joining me. I'm Katie, we're on day 11 of Mermaid and today's prompt is Outcast. So I thought I would have our mermaid sitting on the edge of her bowl because she can't really go anywhere else, looking a bit sad because she's been cast out of the bowl. It might have something to do with yesterday's prompt. I don't think it's going to be a long grudge with Clawdia though, they are best friends. But I just wanted them to look, well, I wanted the mermaid to look sad and Clawdia just to look a little bit cross still, to look like she'd cast out the mermaid. Does that make sense? I actually am quite pleased with how, I know it sounds a bit daft, but I'm actually quite pleased with how the mermaid's tail turned out on this one. I don't know why, but it really looks like it is just sort of draped outside on the edge of the bowl, wherever this bowl is situated right now. So what I'm using to colour the painting today is the Viviva. I can never pronounce it properly, but I got them in a scroller box a while ago and I do use them from time to time, and they are the portable watercolours on paper. Does that make sense? You can see on screen how it operates. It's like a little booklet and there are squares of paper that are saturated in pigment and you just reactivate them with water, and I quite liken them to how brushos behave, as in like they come to life very easily but not quite as messy as a brusho. I think for how little I have to activate them, you really do get a good colour payoff with them, and I just thought I'd use them for this. I do use them, like, well, not that I can at the moment, but when I'm out and about, and sometimes very occasionally I'll join an urban sketching group, or sometimes if I've just got a few minutes where I can sit and sketch, they're really handy for that. But at the moment, like the majority of my supplies, they ain't going anywhere. But I thought it would be good to use them for today's prompt. I decided to do this on cartridge paper because it was only going to be a wash of colour and nothing too intense or anything. Now I did find it difficult to mix the skin tones really, and for some reason it kept activating the paint next to it, but this is an occurrence that happens here, and I think these types of paints are probably best for a more expressive style of painting, which is fine. I probably shouldn't have used them for this, or it probably wasn't my wisest idea, but I do want to try and keep things as different each day as I can. I did like though just how I could build the layers up and add a little bit of that texture there, but they are very fiddly to work with, I'm not going to lie. I just wanted to add another layer to the bowl, just to add a little bit more depth to it, just so it didn't look quite so flat. And what I really should have done was waited for it to dry properly, because when it came to colouring in Clawdia, well, you can see what happened. The ink just spread ever so slightly, and it was just a little bit too late to do anything about it. But it's not the end of the world at all. It's just the nature of the materials, and sometimes with any materials you just have to accept that's how it's going to behave and learn to utilise it to its strengths rather than seeing it as a weakness. It's incredibly positive of me, isn't it? But it's true, because I've worked with so many different mediums and I've not always been able to work with what I've wanted to. It's not always been available to me and I've had to make do with what I've got, and I think you have to sort of have quite an optimistic look sometimes if you haven't got a great deal of items to play about with. Anyway, that's enough of the philosophical side. We're all done. I just added a few extra line details just to make some areas pop. I really like how this turned out. I quite like how subtle it is, and it's not over the top and rammed full of overly vibrant colours. Kind of sets the mood. Anyway, I just want to say a big thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, why not hit that subscribe button and you can keep up to date with everything. Anyway, I'll see you on tomorrow's prompt. Bye!